Hello and welcome to Sophieco. My name's Sophie and you might notice that we're from a slightly different angle today in that you can't see my face. That's because I am showing you what a normal zero waste shop looks like, which is not necessarily what you might think by looking at Instagram stories. So just to give you a little bit of an idea of the type of shop that I did today, I don't usually do massive shops. I know some people will go to the shops and do their entire week shopping in one day. I don't normally do that. I'll normally do a couple of little shops. This is probably on the side of a bigger shop for me, but yeah, I'll normally just do a couple of little shops during the week rather than one massive shop, because I usually carry my shopping home and it's kind of difficult to carry like 5 or 6 bags home with you. But yes, let's have a look at what I've got here. So first of all, I'd like to point out the fruit and veg that I've got, not just because, you know, being healthy, but just because it's all loose, all of it bar one thing, which I'll point out in a moment. You can see it's loose. I don't actually put my loose produce into bags at all, apart from mushrooms or anything really small like that. Those kind of things I will put into reusable cotton produce bags, but I never use plastic produce bags. And I try to avoid plastic packaged vegetables and fruit at all costs, unless there really is no option. Now, often, as you can see with the case with the red pepper here, often it does have these little stickers on. I know my apples have got stickers on, and I think the tomato had one as well, but I don't know where it's gone. It must have fallen off in the bag or something. And of course, using reusable cotton tote bags rather than plastic bags each time. But honestly, this amount of plastic in comparison to a full-sized plastic bag, that is nothing in comparison. Like, obviously, I prefer if it didn't have the sticker, but if this is the amount of plastic that I have to get to prevent the larger amount of plastic that plastic packaging contains, then yeah, that's what I'll take. Also, just like to point out my bananas here. As I have 3 bananas, and you see they are all single bananas, single and ready to mingle. And basically, the reason that I do this is because single bananas are less likely to get taken from the shops. Sorry, my camera died for a moment there. So single bananas, because what often happens at supermarkets is somebody will come in, see a bunch that they like the look of, but it's got 4 bananas, say, and they only want 3, so they'll just take one of the bananas off, put it back, and then you end up with 3 single bananas, or lots of single bananas, because everybody does this. So it is better to get the single bananas if you're able to, rather than getting bunches and ripping bananas off them, because these ones are less likely to sell. So we're trying to prevent food waste here, because remember that food waste is also really important when talking about zero waste, because there's a lot of resources that go into creating your food. Now, I mentioned that there was one item that comes under fruit and veg that I wasn't able to get plastic free, and that was the garlic just here. That's really frustrating because my local Sainsbury's just doesn't sell garlic plastic free. You can probably guess from everything that it's from Sainsbury's, my shop, apart from one item which was not from Sainsbury's, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. But yeah, my Sainsbury's does not do plastic free garlic. Now I will get through all of this garlic because my partner and I, we are not plastic fiends, we are garlic fiends. So we will get through it, but it's just frustrating that it's got this netting on it. But I am going to look into where I can get plastic-free garlic, because there's got to be somewhere. I'm pretty sure I've got plastic-free garlic before, and I just can't think where it was, or when it was. It possibly was before I even moved into this place. But anyway, continuing down to this corner here, you've probably noticed these couple of items here that are definitely not in plastic-free packaging, but you probably also noticed the yellow stickers, the yellow reduced stickers, because yes, these items are near their use by date. So you can see we've got the 13th of June here. This is the 12th of June as I'm filming this. It should be the 12th of June when this goes up as well, but that depends on whether my phone and editing software want to cooperate. And we can see this is the 13th of June as well. So generally my rule is that I don't care about the packaging if the food... How rude of the melon to interrupt right there. But yeah, if the food's going to be going to waste anyway, then I don't care about the packaging, because you may as well actually eat the food that's inside the packaging rather than letting both the food and the packaging go to landfill. It just seems nonsensical to me to just let it go to landfill just because of the packaging. But yeah, what I've got here, I've got some melon. This is normally how I eat melon. I don't have melon that often because I can't eat a whole melon by myself before it goes off, and my partner doesn't eat melon, so this is how I normally have melon whenever it's on offer like this. Here I've got a cheese and chutney flavour cob, which I'm very much looking forward to because I don't think I've ever had chutney in bread before. And if you've watched my New Year's resolutions video, you might be thinking, but Sophie, that is not vegan, and you said you would eat vegan when you were at home. Now, I generally am doing that, but my exception to that is that if, like I say, anyway, then I'm just going to eat it because it's still resources that have been used. And I do believe that when supermarkets are looking at food orders and what's been selling and what hasn't been selling, if something hasn't been selling, then even if they sell it as reduced, it still doesn't count. So it still kind of makes it seem like that item's less popular. So yeah, so I don't feel too bad about it. I'm actually doing quite well at eating vegan when I'm away from home, so yay, go me. Let's go on to the stuff at the back here. So in the middle, we've got this chocolate Belgian 72% dark. Comes in cardboard packaging, and I believe on the inside it's got foil. I really hope it's got foil. Obviously I couldn't open and check it in the supermarket, but I'm pretty sure it has. I'm going to be using this actually to use up something else. I bought some cereal that I really do not like, and I tried to make myself like it, and I just don't like it. It's kind of similar to Rice Krispies, but not as good as Rice Krispies. Like, I love Rice Krispies, and this is not good. Sorry about all this stopping. My phone is having an absolute hissy fit at being used for filming for this long. I promise I will have a new camera soon, but in the meantime it is going to be phone footage. But yes, I'm going to be making these kind of cakes with the chocolate. You know how you make, or you used to make, Rice Krispie cakes and cornflake cakes as a kid? That's what I'm going to be doing with this and this cereal that I don't like. So hopefully that should make it taste nice, because putting chocolate on things makes pretty much everything taste good, so I'll be really surprised if it doesn't make this cereal taste good. And if it doesn't make the cereal taste good, then I really don't know what will make it taste good. So yeah, hoping that will work. Then on to the stuff at the back. So we've got this huge jar of pitted black olives. I'm a big fan of olives, but I have got this mostly for a couple of recipes that I'm going to be making in particular, but I will eat the rest of the olives as well because I do really enjoy them. This jar as well, because as you can see, it is a humongous jar. I'm actually going to be using it as a refill jar. I am excited because I should be having my first proper zero waste shop open up near me. So I need some containers to put things in, so that's what this is going to be for. That is not the reason that I bought it. I did buy it because I needed the olives inside. Over here we've got capers, and just underneath we've got artichokes, both of which are things that I hadn't even heard of before I moved to the city, and now I'm apparently middle class and I buy capers and artichokes. The jar for the capers, this I think is going to have to be recycled because I don't think I'd have a use for a jar of this size and shape. But the artichoke one I might reuse. I have quite a few jars that are this shape, but I can probably find a use for it anyway. Also, I had to get the really expensive ones because they had run out of the cheaper ones, so sad times. Over here we have dark chocolate spread. This is actually the one item that I did not get from Sainsbury's. I got this from my local health food shop, even though chocolate spread is not a healthy thing at all. But basically I get my toilet paper from my local health food shop because they sell EcoLeaf. And if you don't know about EcoLeaf, it is a toilet paper which is completely recycled, and it also comes in compostable plastic packaging. So I always get that, as for me that's the most eco-friendly option that I have available to me at the moment. And I feel about going into the health shop and only buying toilet paper, so I always buy something else when I go in there. And today it was this Biona. Is it Biona or is it Biona? I assume it's Biona. This Biona chocolate spread. Also because I really enjoy chocolate spread, and I'm nearly out of chocolate spread. I don't have it that often because it is really bad for you. But if I'm having pancakes, then there is going to be chocolate spread on it. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Over here we have miso paste right at the top here, pretty self-explanatory, comes in a tiny little glass jar. I almost certainly will use this jar for something else because tiny jars are really useful for lots of different things. And then 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. these could obviously be very, very easily recycled. Is there anywhere in the UK that doesn't recycle tin? I don't think there is. I think every council in the UK recycles tin. Please, if you live somewhere which doesn't recycle tin in the UK, please tell me and correct me on that. But I think I can't think of anywhere that wouldn't do it. But you know, maybe there are some councils that don't. But yes, with the exception of my toilet paper, which I've not included in this because it's not as interesting, this is what I bought in my zero waste shop today. So that's just to give you an idea of what a zero waste shop really looks like. It is not all fancy jars filled with grains and stuff. It is a whole bunch of stuff, and sometimes it's in plastic packaging because that's genuinely the most eco-friendly option, and sometimes it's in plastic packaging because that is literally all you can get, and if you need to get a particular thing, then you know, sometimes you just have to. But for a lot of things, it is possible to avoid plastic waste, and the more we put pressure on supermarkets, and the more we particularly buy things which are plastic free, then the more supermarkets will start providing options that are plastic free and stop producing options that are not plastic free. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I hope you found it useful. Comment down below with what your zero waste shop looks like, or if you don't have a zero waste shop at the moment, if you've never been zero waste shopping, what you're going to try and look out for on your first zero waste shop. Also, would you like me to actually make a video on how to zero waste shop in a normal supermarket? Because I could totally do that, because I have never been in a proper zero waste shop, because like I say, I don't have one near me, but hopefully we'll do soon. So yeah, I can totally make that video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you, wait, let's do the thing. See you, there we go, next time.